let's begin the class. So taking some time first to settle the body. We'll begin by sitting in a comfortable position and just making sure that you're stable and comfortable, imagining that your base is at the bottom of a triangle and your spine and your head are like the other parts of that triangle. So you're steady and comfortable. The spine is straight and head and neck are aligned. The eyes are lightly closed, and so is the mouth. And the shoulders are back and down but relaxed, and the hands are on the knees in a mudra of your choice. Take a few moments first to take a long, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, separate yourself from the events of the day. And again, another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, release all of the conversations you've had today, all the interactions and connections, whatever form they've taken. Just let them all go. And take another long, deep inhalation. This time, when you exhale, release any thoughts or feelings of obligation of things you need to do outside of the class, and just allow yourself to be right here and right now. And returning to the natural breath. And now bring the awareness to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And as you visualize that candle flame, also visualize the light gently cascading from the eyebrow center right down through the body. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to our tradition and to each other so that we can all learn together without ill will. Breathing in first for Om chanting. Om. Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinat Vadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. And the focus of this class is going to be on the neck, so that really the focus will be on releasing any tension in the neck and in the spine. And as we approach the different practices, please be very mindful of your own body and ease into the practices. Really feel them out and explore them for the first few rounds, just to make sure that you are working with within your own range of movement, and really aim for each of the postures to be very smooth and balanced. We'll begin first with Majariasana, the cat posture. So on the hands and knees, with the hands directly underneath the shoulders and the knees under the hips, The spine is straight and the head and neck are aligned with the spine in a neutral position first. Breathing in and bring the head up towards the ceiling. Arch the abdomen down towards the floor and stretch through the arms. And you can feel that small stretch in the neck and also in the front of the throat. Then exhale and then bring the spine up towards the ceiling and the head between the arms, stretching through the arms as well. This is one round. Complete another 4 rounds. Inhaling on the upward movement, exhaling on the downward movement, and place the awareness in the neck and just observe what's happening there as you complete this practice. And remember to keep the body over the arms. When you've completed your 5th round, come into Shashankasan, the child posture. Resting the forehead on the floor, arms either out in front of the body or down by the feet. And we'll move now into the cobra pose. So coming onto the front of the body, the heels are together to support the back. The hands are at the shoulders, forehead on the floor. Inhale, curl the back up so that the pelvis is still on the floor, but push through the arms and tilt the head up. Exhale, gently come back to the floor. Complete another 4 rounds. Holding for your own duration. And again, just observing what's happening in the spine, but also in the neck. Once you finish your 5th round in your own time, bring the forehead back to the floor. Clasp the hands behind the neck, forehead on the floor, and just rest in this posture for a few moments. Allow the legs to be loose. And now come onto the back. First, lie in Shavasana, legs hip width away from the body, release tension in the legs, arms a little bit away from the body with the palms facing up. And now bring both knees to the chest. Wrap the arms around the knees and just roll around on the base of the spine and on the spine just to release any tension that you may be experiencing, particularly from the cobra pose. And then come back to stillness, keeping the arms around the knees. Inhale, and after you exhale, raise the head and bring the nose to the knees. Hold for a few moments, and then inhale, bringing the head back to the floor. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice, holding the final round a little bit longer than the others. And again, in your own time, when you finish, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Feet are in front of the buttocks again. And then you can either have the arms out to the side or behind the head. We're going to move into a spinal twist. So inhale, and then when you exhale, keeping the knees together or keeping the legs together and the feet still in contact with the floor, bring the knees to the right and turn the head to the left if that's okay for your neck. If not, just keep the head straight. And just breathe into this position, allowing the spine to ease in. And then when it's right for you, inhale, knees and head back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. And complete another 4 rounds of this practice. After your final round of this practice, come back into Shavasana for a few moments. Just observing the effects of the practice. And then gently come up into a sitting position. So we're going to do firstly shoulder rotations and some necks. So either you could sit in Vajrasan or you can sit with the legs out in front of the body or even with your legs crossed, whatever feels comfortable for you. The most important thing is that your head and neck are aligned. So in your sitting position, bring the right hand to the right shoulder and the left hand to the left shoulder and bring the elbows together in front of the body. Inhale, bringing the elbows up, back, down, and around in front of the body again. Inhaling on the upward movement, exhaling on the downward movement. Really rotating the shoulders. 5 rounds in each direction. And you've completed your 5 rounds. Just bring the hands back to the knees and close the eyes and observe the movement of energy in the body. Now we're going to do a series of neck movements. So for this, we'll begin by first moving the eye line from left to right. So again, check your spine is straight and you're looking out straight ahead. And then inhale, and as you exhale, turn the head to the right as far as it will go without pushing or straining, gazing over the right shoulder. Then inhale, back to center. Exhale as you bring the left, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Complete this practice 5 times in total. Trying to be very smooth with the movement and trying to coordinate the breath with the practice. Aiming for that body, breath, mind connection. And you'll notice with each round, you'll be able to move a little bit further, just naturally. After your final round, just bring the head back to the center. Keeping the eyes closed, observe what's happening for you in the neck. And now another neck practice. Inhale, and when you exhale, bring the chin to the chest, feeling the stretch at the back of the neck. Inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale, bring the head back to where is comfortable for you. Inhale back to center. So this is one round. Complete another 4 rounds. And after your final round, taking your own time, just come back to center and just observe. And our final neck practice and our final practice of asana for this class, we'll do a neck rotation. This is where we'll bring all of those movements together. So inhale, and when you exhale, bring the chin gently to the chest. Then bring the right ear over to the right shoulder, bringing the head back behind the body and around onto the left shoulder. Exhaling, bringing the chin to the chest again. This is one round. Complete 5 rounds or up to 5 rounds in each direction, moving slowly and smoothly. And then after your final round of this practice, again, just bringing the head back to center. Just taking a few moments to place the awareness in the neck and observe the movement of energy and the release of tension from the neck asanas we've been completing. And we'll now do our pranayama practice for this class. So take a comfortable sitting position. I'll just bring back my cushion. So we'll keep it very traditional with pranayama tonight. So we'll just do a nadi shodhana. So before we do that though, just take a few moments to observe the natural breath and check your posture and that your head and neck are aligned, your shoulders are back and down so the chest is open, but they're relaxed. And with the eyes closed, just bring the awareness to the natural breath at the nostrils and observe how it fills the abdomen and the chest with air on the inhalation. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And now we're moving to pranayama, practice of Nadi Shodhanam. So bringing the right hand to the face, first and middle finger at the eyebrow center. Cover the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left nostril to the eyebrow center. Then cover the left nostril with the ring finger and uncover the right nostril. Exhaling out of the right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril to the eyebrow center. Covering the right and uncovering the left. Exhaling from the left. So it's in through the left and out through the right, in through the right and out through the left. Just using the natural breath. If you have your own practice and have your own count, or if you prefer to hold the breath before inhaling and exhaling, having that little pause, feel free to do that as well. And we'll be doing this for a couple of minutes. And on your next exhalation from the left nostril, release the hand, but keep the eyes closed and just observe the natural breath going through both nostrils to the eyebrow center. And now, very gently and mindfully, lie down in Shavasana for our Yoga Nidra practice. Ensure that you are comfortable and warm or cool wherever you may be, just so you don't need to move throughout the practice. If you do have any lower back pain, feel free to place a cushion under your knees. So lying on the back with the legs about hip width apart and all tension released from the legs, and the feet flop to the sides. The arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing the sky. And there's balance between the left and the right side of the body. Take a long, deep inhalation, a full yogic breath, and as you exhale, release your body into the floor, allowing the body to melt right into the floor. And take another long, deep inhalation now. And as you exhale, release any remaining tension in the body, particularly in the face, checking in that all muscles are released behind the eyes and in the jaw. There's no expression on the face, just let it all go. And feel the body's contact against the floor, beginning first with the heels. Feel the contact of the heels against the floor. Feel the legs and the buttocks against the floor. Feel the back of the hands and the arms and the shoulders against the floor. Feel the back and the spine as it presses against the floor. And feel the back of the neck and the back of the head and its contact against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And become aware now of sound. Listen first for sounds that are way off in the distance. Don't try and name them or identify them in any way. Just listen for them and then move your awareness to the next sound. Now move your awareness of the sounds a little bit closer to be just outside the room where you are. Again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. Now move the awareness a little closer to the sounds inside the room where you are. And now move the sounds to within the body, the sound awareness in the body. First, listening and feeling for the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now listening to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, listen, repeat that part, mentally repeat the name of that part, visualize that part, and place your awareness at that part. We'll begin first with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now over to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving around now to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the ears, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the chin, the jaw, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest. The right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin. The whole right leg, the whole left leg and both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Bring the awareness now back to the natural breath and observe the rise and fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. And also observe how subtle the natural breath has now become. We're going to add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. On the inhalation, visualize golden healing light moving up through the soles of the feet, right up through the body to the top of the head. And on the exhalation, from the top of the head right down through the soles of the feet, you will release anything that does not serve you, whether that is any worry or any pain or discomfort of any kind. On the exhalation, release it out through the soles of the feet. And if the mind wanders, use the breath like an anchor and bring it right back to the practice. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling colder and colder. Body feels like it's outside at midnight on an icy winter's evening. The cool wind whips through and makes the face cold and makes the eyes water. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside at midnight in the middle of winter. Release this feeling of cold now and replace it instead with a feeling of warmth. The body's feeling warmer and warmer. The body feels like it's lying on the warm sand at the beach on a summer's day. The body's feeling warmer and warmer, like it's lying on the warm sand at the beach on a summer's day. Release this feeling of warmth now. Replace it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels so heavy, it feels like it's made out of concrete and it's pressing against the floor. The body feels heavier and heavier, like it's made out of concrete and it's pressing against the floor. And release this feeling of heaviness now. Replace it now with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels so light, it feels like it's barely touching the floor. It feels so light, it feels like a feather floating on the wind. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, like a feather floating on the wind. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations completely. Allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium now. And instead, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes, also known as Chittakash. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize, or create the following objects and images. You are standing at the edge of a forest, and it's quite a windy spring day. The trees in front of you are very tall and thin, and they sway like they're dancing in the breeze. You have no shoes on your feet, and you can feel the warmth of the earth through the soles of your feet. And you see a path laid out before you, and you are curious, so you decide to walk into the forest. And as you walk through, you can smell that sweet scent of wildflowers, but also the smell of pine from the trees, that fresh smell. And you can hear birds singing to each other around you. The sun is beginning to set, and while you can't see the sky above you very well, because of the trees, you do capture some glimpses of red and orange of the sunset glaring through the trees. And you wander through the forest on this path, and you finally get to a clearing where there is a lake. The water on this lake is still and glassy, and even though it is a windy day and you can see the reflection of the dancing trees in the lake, the water on the lake itself is glassy still. At this edge of the lake, you see a little boat in your favorite color, and inside the boat is like a mattress, something soft and warm. And you decide to get into the boat and lie in the boat on your back on this soft mattress, and you push off and allow the boat to float on the top of the glassy lake. And above you, you can see the beautiful crimson sky now at the sunset and the dancing trees around the edges of the lake. And you realize that even though everything is moving and almost chaotic around you, you can always still have that sense of stillness within. And as you realize this, that you can take this sense of stillness anywhere, you bring it back with you to the mat in the room where you are and call to mind your Sankalpa, positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And begin to feel the breath again in your body and allow the breath to deepen a little. And just observe the movement it creates in the body. Observe how, as you deepen the breath, it moves the back against the floor. And check in with your body now, beginning with the top of the head and into the neck. And allow the awareness to move through the body, checking in as to how you're feeling at this moment. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the details of the room where you are, the color of your mat and the color of your coverings, color of the walls. Remember the time of day and begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world that's attached to those sounds. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Gently allow the body to externalize. And begin to move and stretch in a way that's right for you, taking your own time. And when you're ready, lie on your right side for a few moments. And then, keeping the eyes closed or downcast, gently come up into a comfortable sitting position, trying to maintain the peaceful state that you've created. And keeping the eyes closed, gently move the awareness now to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And visualize the glow of the candle flame as it washes over the body. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our class. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om. Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.